Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. John Hyde, this is your second half of the video. Sorry about the first half. Somebody had shown up. I had looked behind me and it was a utility company truck with the lettering on the side. The guy was eyeballing my fine assortment of junk. So he ended up stopping. He said, "Do I fix equipment?" I said, "Normally I just buy and sell." He says, "Well, I got a John Deere Rider D100 or something or other." And he said, "I replaced the battery. It felt like a dead battery. And then the starter, I thought it was a starter, and then it still doesn't start." I says, "Does it have a Briggs & Stratton single cylinder, maybe a 19 horse or around there?" He said, "Yeah." I says, "Well, I know what the problem is. You got a compression release failure on your camshaft, symptoms that you described, and it's still not starting." He said, "I just want it out of my yard." So he's going to call me and I'm going to go pick it up. So I'll have another camshaft to do. So yes, or today's video actually, this cap was on the exhaust, this doohickey was on the intake. There is a plastic screen here, which I pulled out with some needle nose. I cleaned that all up, but that's going to stop all your snot from getting in there. So it's just factory stuff that my co-worker never took off. So this is the Ryobi RY88 948 Bravo. 2 gallons a minute, max pressure 3100. Date code 6 month 13th day. 2018 with the GCV 190. I call it a 160. So I'm going to put water to this thing. It did start, but it was just coming out of the end of the hose, not at a high pressure. I just stole this off of my own Ryobi. From the back, I just threw a no color tip on it, but I made sure the pinhole was not goobered up. So let's see if this thing's going to produce pressure. Clucky's dancing all over the place. So this thing's cold. It's been sitting a while. Let's see if it's going to build pressure. It better, because I told the co-worker to come pick it up. Who's coming to town? American Airlines. So like I said in the first video, this thing's hardly been used, according to what he told me. And if it still has these factory, or had the factory plugs installed. Okay, so that's tight. Let me turn the water on here. See if we got flow through the pump. And we do. We got a little drizzle out the end here. So I'll try to do this all one-handed. It's nice to have an assistant, but Clucky's useless. So let's start with putting the fuel valve on. Switch to the on position. We don't want to pull on this for 3 days with a dead coil or a grounded out coil. Pull choke to start. Okay, let me grab the handle here, face it away from you. somebody in a Jaguar speeding up and down my street, which is unpleasant. A lot of kids ride bicycles here. Okay, since I got it to start, I'm gonna go half choke. Leave my wand down. I'm not afraid about a dry pump. So this thing idles down quite a bit. Maybe I should adjust it without a load on it. And I got kind of a long garden hose too. The shorter the garden hose, the better. You want as much city water pressure going into the pump as you can get. Looks like I don't have the best tip here. It seems to be struggling. Not building pressure. At least it's running and not stalling. I just got to figure out what the deal with this no pressure. I'm going to search out a better tip. That one there is useless. Okay, I still got to mess around with it. I better make tracks before he shows up, but I think he's coming tomorrow anyway, so I got time to mess with it. So there you go. I didn't show you nothing 2 days in a row, but maybe I'll show you the John Deere rider when that shows up. He said, I says, the tires hold air. He said one front and one back tire are flat. So good thing I got a ramp trailer. I can roll it up there. But I'll show you that if he ever calls me. Anyway, 2018 GCV160. Okay, I see. It's supposed to idle down, but it seems like it's at a low idle. Maybe I can adjust that. Not building up pressure either. Anyway, see you guys. Tip you waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos.